Good morning, all of you. I am Rushali Chaudhary, lecturer at Praveen Patil Polytechnic. We are going to learn applied science, chemistry, subject code 22202. Metallurgy is the topic. Metallurgy is very important for the engineering. Without metal, engineering, construction, electronics, mechanical things will not be take place. So in this topic we are going to learn how pure metal is extracted or removed from the impure metals from the ore. Earlier we learned metallurgy of iron, how the iron's ores we are undergoes the extraction process and convert into the pure iron. Today we are going to learn electro refining of copper. In the previous lecture, we learned what is the extraction of copper, how we are converting copper ore into the pure copper. But when you are carried out smelting, bessemerization, or the reduction process, we will get a blister copper, which is a 98 to 99% pure. While during the electrorefining process, it is converted into the 99.95% pure, which is a good one and good for the electrical components, because if impurities are higher, electrical conductivity decreases, resistance is increases. So impure copper is not suitable for making printed circuit board or the electrical components. Therefore we are converting impure copper into the pure copper. So resistance decreases and iron become very good or the excellent conductor of electricity. The process of converting impure copper into the pure copper, we are using the electro refining. In this we are using a block of impure copper which is act as a anode or the positive electrode. Copper sulfate, which is acidified with a sulfuric acid, generally that is a 15% sulfuric acid is used along with the copper sulfate as a graphite coated electrolyte, where pure copper rod act as a cathode or the negative electrode. In this process, electrolysis of copper sulfate divided or undergoes ionization to form positively charged copper and negatively charged sulfate. So they are going to form Cu2 plus and negatively charged SO4 2 minus. The positive copper ions or cations travel towards the negative electrode, made the pure copper, which get deposited on the surface of cathode. Copper atom is deposited on the surface of cathode. This is the arrangement how the electrorefining of copper take place. It consists of cathode and anode. For any electrolysis we require the cathode, anode and electricity supply. Here pure copper will act as a cathode and impure copper, which is having a 2% impurity, that is act as a anode. So when we are passing current through this copper, impure copper, from the copper anode, only copper metal is converted into the copper ion. Cu is converted to Cu2 plus by liberation of 2 electrons, and this Cu2 plus will move towards the cathode, which is a pure copper. It is gaining electron to get a solidification, and on the surface of cathode copper metal get deposited. This is reaction. This is a reaction at anode which take place from the impure copper. From impurity, only copper metal is converted to the copper ion, and this copper ion is only transferred towards the cathode. It is going to gain 2 electrons to form a copper metal. This is such type of process we are using when we are using the industrial electro refining of copper. A block of impure copper is taken as an anode or a positive electrode. Copper sulfate, which is acidified with sulfuric acid, is used as a electrolyte, while pure copper will act as a cathode. So when we are passing electric current through the electrolyte, which is undergoes ionization, which forms a Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. So here Cu2 plus from the electrolyte will move towards the pure copper and get deposited as a copper metal, while anode, which converts Cu metal into the Cu2 plus ions, and it goes to the solution. Initially we are having the impure copper, so when it undergoes loss of electron, it is converted to the Cu2 plus by the oxidation process. Only copper metal undergoes oxidation to form Cu2 plus, and this Cu2 plus will move from the solution towards this negatively charged cathode, and they are going to gain 2 electrons and it is going to form copper metal. And whatever the impurities which is present on the surface of anode are laid down at the bottom of that beaker, that is called as a anode mud, which is having a other impurity. So when we are applying the electric field, only copper metal is converted to the copper ions, and only copper ion get deposited on the surface of cathode. Other metals, other impurity will remain as it is, or it will fall on the base of a beaker, that is called as a anode mud. Anode mud is consist of impurity. That impurity is having a precious metal like a gold and silver, that also used for the commercial purpose. Thank you for your attention. Any question? If you have any doubt, you can mail me on my email address. Thank you.